Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So as we move closer to the release of Forza Horizon 5, right now from what Playground Games have shown to us, I think it's safe to say it looks pretty good. Horizon 5 seems to have gone back to what made the series popular, choosing a location with great diversity, thus allowing more biomes to be present in-game, multiple festival sites, along with the longest highway in any Horizon game. The list of great features goes on. However, with that said though, there still are a lot of things Playground Games have yet to reveal, and I've got to be honest, given the most recent track record we had with Forza Horizon 4, I do have some slight concerns. Having played all the Horizon games, I felt that Horizon 4 included many features that the community didn't enjoy, especially when they were replaced with some of our favorites like class-based rival challenges and Horizon promos at launch, just to name a few. So I'm hoping for Horizon 5, Playground Games have made sensible decisions about some of the new things they have added, while also keeping elements of what worked and removing or seriously reworking what didn't. So in today's video, let's take a look at 5 features we don't want returning for Forza Horizon 5. Starting off with number 1, Wheelspins. Okay, before you all go crazy, please just hear me out. I love Horizon Wheelspins and the concept behind it. It's been a staple in the series since the beginning, and throughout each title, Playground Games have added more to what prizes could be won and how you could actually obtain a wheelspin. Now in Horizon 4, many additions were included to the wheelspin. Not only could you attain them like you did in previous titles, but you could also purchase wheelspins from the Forzathon shop and also be rewarded one through Horizon Life. Not only that, Super Wheelspins were a new addition where 3 prizes could be won at once, giving the players a higher chance of receiving something rare. Now this is all well and good until you notice that the wheelspins in Horizon 4 were littered with Drivatar clothing items, emotes, and other novelty items that literally added nothing to further your progression in the game. This was by far one of the most frustrating new features they added in Horizon 4, because we need to invest time into the game to be granted a wheelspin, and instead of winning something like additional credits or another vehicle, those prizes, whether they're big or small, common or rare, still at least adds something of value. But when you release a title with more character customization items than cars in your open world racer and integrate it as part of the campaign, it just becomes frustrating and annoying very quickly. If you're still skeptical, start a new game in Horizon 4, and I'm sure after a few days or even a couple of hours that the hope of winning something useful through a wheelspin will just simply disappear. Now with more character customization confirmed for Forza Horizon 5, I really hope that my chances of winning a million credits don't get turned into winning something like a nose ring or some jeans with some holes around the kneecap. Number 2, player progression rewards. A relatively similar issue here that almost parallels with the wheelspin feature. In Horizon 4, of course, we had the Horizon Life, which is a bunch of series you could progress through, and with each series there are unique prizes you are given each time you level up. Of course, each of these Horizon Life have a cap after reaching a certain level, but if you take a look, and I'm just picking the first one here, the road racing series, my goodness, even I forgot how many novelty items were given for leveling up every single time. This actually looks ridiculous because, as I mentioned before, we invest our time into this game, and leveling up isn't exactly one race finish and that's it. Especially in the beginning, you do a 3-lap race, then you had to free roam into your next race, and sometimes if you just came after doing a sprint and you don't have a quick car, it may take a while to actually get there, and once you finish that race, you may level up, and for what? A fist pump? A spin? Maybe a quote? I get that there are still cars and credits to be obtained as prizes, but look at these base progression rewards. The ratio of novelty items to what actually matters, like the vehicles and currency, is terrible. Factor in with the way wheelspins work as well, Man, it took almost 3 years to forget about this, and making this video just brought back all the memories where I would dread receiving anything but credits or a car. Let me know what you guys think. Number 3, locking too many cars. This feature isn't as bad as the first two that I mentioned. Now, before the festival playlist launched and Playground Games went ballistic with bringing in new cars every month, at launch certain cars were exclusively locked behind Wheelspins, cars such as the Honda Civic Type R EP3, the Blob Eye Impreza WRX STI, and the Mark 6 Golf R, just to name a few, were very difficult to obtain. One huge reason was, of course, how the wheel spins were given out as prizes, but what would happen is that once someone does win a wheel spin exclusive car, they'll then sell it through the auction house at a heavily inflated price tag. For example, this Subaru here, according to Playground Games, should cost 28,000 credits, but I remember this being sold for millions through the auction house at one point. But why lock common cars? On top of that, when the festival playlist arrived in update 7, as much as I like the idea of new cars being unlocked by playing the game every week, at some point you just can't keep up. There will be times that you may not get a chance to unlock that car that you really want to drive due to other priorities, and who knows how you might be able to get that car again. Do you wait for it to pop up through the playlist again, or wait for someone to sell it through the auction house at a ridiculous price? Or maybe it might show up in the Forzathon shop. Who exactly knows? And this became more apparent as they brought in more and more cars through every update. For casual gamers, I do see this as an issue. Sometimes they just want to come home after work and maybe drive a Toyota AE86, or maybe they just watched an Ericship video and wanted to try out the fastest car in the game, the Ferrari 599XX Evo, only to realize they can't. I don't have a real solution to this. Maybe for Horizon 5, the cars that are supposed to be locked behind a festival playlist, or maybe even the wheel spin, can still be purchased but with real life tokens, similar to how it was in Horizon 2. At least that way you can weigh up the option: do you want to spend real currency to obtain this rare car, or wait for it to be unlockable in the game? Number 4, locked seasons. There's been a lot of suggestion from the community about opening up the seasons while free roaming in Horizon 5. And honestly, I'm not sure if Playground Games will be doing this. However, I don't think locking the seasons is as bad as how people imagine it to be. You see, right now our vision of seasons is from the perspective of Forza Horizon 4. And to be very honest, the seasons were quite one-dimensional. All locations share the same weather patterns. Couple that with the lack of diversity that the United Kingdom map provided, along with spring and autumn being relatively identical to one another. Of course, we wanted full control of our seasons, because let's be real, who wants to drive around in snow 24/7 for an entire week? Not me. Well, for Horizon 5, with localized weather conditions now, I believe that no matter which season is present, we are still going to experience a range of different weather effects across the entire map. This will for sure bring a much more exciting experience while driving around Mexico, and not feel like we are handcuffed to a specific weather effect, which was pretty much how Horizon 4 was. But the question is, should they lock seasons for Horizon 5? If what they presented so far is true and they want to continue with this seasonal feature, then honestly, I don't mind. I believe Playground Games is doing everything they can to eliminate all the open season suggestions, but it still would be a nice addition to have. Do you share the same opinion? And lastly, number 5, no definitive ending. Man, I absolutely hated how Horizon 4 didn't have an ending. Like, there was no real indication that we've completed the game. I've asked so many of you, the subscribers, about what you thought the finish of Horizon 4 was, and each of you had a different answer. Someone said you completed the game once you unlock Goliath, another one said once you reach 10th Prestige, and also another one of you said once it says 100% completed under your stats tab, which of course sounds the most logical, but I wish Playground Games would inform us that we have completed the game. And I think part of this was the lack of story or campaign in Horizon 4. It just seemed like you do a bunch of races, purchase some houses, and you just continue doing it until you've completed all of your Horizon Live series. But even then, we still don't know. At least with Forza Horizon 3, there was a definitive ending with a nice cutscene and then the credits rolled out. It was honestly very nice, satisfying, and dare I say beautiful that all the time you put in was recognized by the game. Please, for Horizon 5, we want to defeat the game and see the credits and at least acknowledge that we have completed this open world racer. Are there any features that you don't want to see returning to Forza Horizon 5? Make sure to write it down in the comment section below. I do read your comments, guys. If you did find this video interesting, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as that would really help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 updates, news, and possibly some early content, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.